This is my Oxygen Not Included run. Welcome back. This is Panopticon part 12. Now, when last we left off, which was yesterday, the plan was that this whole area needs to be oxygen generation, because right now we're in kind of deep doo-doo with regards to oxygen. So that needs to be fixed. That is not what I meant to do at all. I meant to do that. So once all of this is kind of cleared out, we will... I kind of just want to harvest those a little, see if I can get some seeds. We will start thinking about / working on who's suffocating now. Now, yesterday we lost 3 people. Oh, there we go. See, now we've got an oxygen area that's much lower down. And you are still humming away. So you can see, you can't really think of this as a polluted water generator. I mean, it does, but it's incredibly slow. It uses very little water. So really, your focus on these carbon skimmers is they extract carbon from the game, from your colony. They just remove it. That's their sole purpose. The fact that they also give you polluted water is kind of a nice bonus, but it's incredibly slow. Right, I think now that is, shall we say, tier 5 complete. Looks like it. How are we for data banks? We have 23. Okay. So what I like to do is disable the virtual planetarium, and then we can still do research on everything else. We're just not spending data banks. One of the reasons I like to do this is because the radiation requirements, the radbolt requirements, radbolts just take so long to do. So I could disable the first 2 as well, because they could be done in parallel with the databanks, but I might as well just do everything all at once. So none of this is going to be completed anytime soon, so I'm just going to click on that, and that's going to highlight 4, yeah, it's going to highlight 4 technologies. And it's like, off you go do it, and when I see 30 databanks in there, I will turn that off, and then I will pick a technology that I want to complete. We are moving slow on that. I don't care about that. Do I want to try and get that? Sure. And then from here, we can jump in here. We need to go up a level, and then we just go across. No, there's a spore kit there. I have never interacted with zombie spores. I don't really want to right now. But, you know, I guess it's going to happen. Why is power off? Why did we lose power? Like, even if those buildings are disabled, shouldn't the cable still be running? Oh, because that building's disabled, it's sending a red signal? And then it can't be drained? Is that what's happening here? That is what's happening here. Okay. So that's a whoopsie. There we go. That's a silly way to kill your colony. What else? What are our germs like down here anyway? A couple of 100,000 germs. That's fine. Inside here, water, millions of germs. Good job, we're not directly consuming water, eh? That would be a problem. Sometimes I just like watching the water pipes. Just seeing it all work. I think we're gonna disable that for a little bit. And just let that water build up, because like we have plenty of clean water. Let's get the lime. Does lime? It does. It gets stored automatically. Excellent. Oh, glass doesn't though. And neither does medicine. Neither does sulfur. I really should though. Did I? Yep, I did have abyssalite storage. Okay, so now the real danger is 100-degree hot copper is now just going to be dropped here. You know what? I think we're going to be dropping it in here. I think we're going to have to rejig that. Just because we need it to be cooled substantially. Now let's bring it down here. Let's drag it through the water. And then we'll dump it. And we are dragging it through all that water just to force it to be exposed. Because if we just up here, this hide is just going to get really, really hot. Whereas if we drag it through here, it all gets cooled down. But couldn't we drag it the other way? We could drag it the other way. And in fact, we will. So that way our dupes don't have to run that far to pick it up. We could bring it down all the way back up. We could, couldn't we? Yeah, this is going to be completely ridiculous, but this is what we're going to do. Like so. And then we're just going to... There we go. A ridiculous magical mystery tour. Just to cool down the metal. Okay. And there's only like 3 dupes in the colony who can do that. 3 or 2? 3. Okay. Well, anyway. Skill points. You are done. Oh no, rocket piloting. I guess you're not done. Should be done though. Yeah. You're fine. You can, I guess you can tell I'm playing on no sweat, right? Where I'm happy to risk all of this extremely high stress stuff because I have that minus 10% cushion, right? So that's something to bear in mind. If I'm playing no stress, I need less food and I have lower stress requirements than a regular playthrough. And germ resistant, but that's kind of neither here nor there. Germs are not that big a deal. Is that? It is. Okay. Oh, we got all that cleaned out. Excellent. You know what? Let's not. But yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Look at all this stuff. This is why we put these tiles here. Imagine if all of that fell all the way to the bottom and I had to run all the way down to pick it up again. Like, nightmare. There was a long time ago, there was this beautiful mod called like a hatch, and basically it was basically just a ladder tile that stuff got caught on. So the dupes could climb over it just fine, but when stuff fell, it stopped. So I didn't have to do this like build a tile to have a ladder go around it. It would, you could still have your continuous tile. It was beautiful. It stopped being compatible a million years ago, and oh god, I still wish it was in the game. I still miss it. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. It was such a good mod. The person who did that was an amazing person, and I wish they still continue to do it. Okay, let's dig all that out, and that out, and that out. Sure. Oh Christ, we've dug out all the way already. Okay, so let's get that done. That's water. That's a lot of water. I'm pretty sure if I dig that, it's all gonna burst out. Creativity just got pumped up. That's interesting. So, okay, so this is a creativity skill, but it's not a decor skill. Researching or decorating or digging. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. You're the same, researching or decorating or digging. That's really kind of cool. That's one way for my dupes to get a boost of creativity, and suddenly there's a lack of pressure. So I think incorrect. I was being like, yeah, no, I don't have to worry about the spores. Oh no, the spores are freaking everywhere. So someone has slime lung, but nothing else. I guess because they're holding their breath here, maybe they don't have to worry about it. Maybe? I don't know. I guess we can check if it's like on their clothing. Okay, so let's look at you. Germs. So zombie spores are 50%. Surface germs, here we are. You've some food poisoning. Yeah, interesting. No zombie germs on the surface. Nothing there. Contact with zombie source. Ah. There we go. Alright. So that's done as well. I think I've completed this. Yeah, I have completed that at some point, so I'm not reading all of that out. I think we should uproot that just to remove it as a threat. Can this be relocated? No, it'll be demolished, but why would I want to do that? Now we're going to go all the way over to here to get all of that. All of that as well. Now all the stuff that just went there is inaccessible, so we've got to fix that, obviously. At least there's plenty of oxygen, which is good. How did that mess up my schedule? So we got 10. Oh, somehow we've a straight 50-50 split, 10 and 10. I guess we don't reduce soon, I think. Yeah, 0.2 of a cycle. So the thing about this is, like, you can see it's not always active as well. So they're really, and they have a nice big radius. Well, okay, so 2 squares in all directions is actually nice and big. But they do suck in a lot of carbon when they kick off. Ooh, free carbon. Whereas you are a suboptimal operator. Free carbon, free copper, I mean. Yeah, no, it has to be the copper. What do you guys eat again? A bunch of stuff. Muir, North bean, bucket seed, fungal spore. So basically, plants. Anything I have a ton of excess of, which is nothing. I don't have an excess of those. I could grow mealworm wood. You're flying down here. Getting a lot of it done. Probably gonna need to go home soon. Alright, so now we're getting polluted ice. So here's what I was thinking. Oh, actually, that's a good question. So the question for me is, I've picked 4 things we can't complete. Will we... Well, no, I've picked 2 things I can't complete. Will we, once that's full, and we can't do anything else, will we automatically switch over to the other one? If so, phenomenal. If not, kind of disappointing, but, you know, that's alright. The dupes aren't... Dupes need guidance. That's why I'm here. Okay. So, what I was saying a few minutes ago about utilities. So, what I wanted is I want the ice, because if I can put these thermals in here, give me 10 of these. These, I can even put them on the volcano itself. That is hilarious. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do 5 more. Sure, why not? So this is going to radically cool down the water. Let's get rid of these 2. And then put these back in, because I want to cool down the water on this end. So it's gonna like drop the temperature of this water substantially. What is your, like, I know you're red because you're a source, but what is your actual temperature? 99 degrees. So you're just hot straight up. And as I understand it, so there's room for 1,000 kilos of water. Like, each of these squares is 1,000 kilos. Building melted. Building. Oh, that's fine. So now you can see here the temperature's dropped to 26 degrees. And it's heating up because it's all mixing. Right, and the temperature of the rest of it here is dropping. Right? Cooling down quite nicely. And that pump's going to kick off. But it's going to be pumping out the hot water. Checkity check. And the water over here, I don't expect to cool down for a bit. Yeah, because that's like 48. Oh, there we go, that's starting to cool. Boop, boop, boop. Good stuff. Because we need to mitigate this temperature. Now, something else we could also do after that's done is, so I mentioned before, all the heat was kind of stockpiling up here. So we want something to want to spread out the heat. So what you would normally use with temp shift plate, I use them as emergency coolers, like that. Like, let's just dump a whole bunch of ice into a spot. The other thing, the main thing therefore is spreading heat, absorbing and passing along, so to speak. Think of them kind of like conductive cables, right? They're heat conductors. Well, depends on the material you make them out of. Kind of like reality. So here, high thermal conductivity means that they will operate like electrical cables, but for heat. Tell me. Yeah, you can get some oxygen. Okay. This is terrifying, frankly. Oh, we can't get over there. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I will get back to my description, explanation in just a second. So, if we use something that's highly thermally conductive, the heat will be spread between them. Now, we're not going to use copper because that is such a waste of copper, but we have other materials like obsidian, I believe, is highly thermally reactive, or at least thermally reactive. And we don't use it for anything. Like we have no use for this whatsoever. So what we're going to do, and you can put a gap between them because they basically spread the heat around them to the, like in a circle. So if we put those there, they're now conducting between them. So let's get our first layer, and then I will do a second alternating layer directly above. Thank you. Oh, I can only do one more. Wait, did I screw up? Obsidian, obsidian. I did. Obsidian, polluted ice. Okay, let's try this again. No, we don't want granite. We want obsidian. So we want you, we want you. We want to skip. There we go. And this should now interpolate, yes, with the ice ones I had going. Perfect. Except that I still don't want granite. So this will now do a better job of like equalizing the temperature of this water. That will be more demonstrable, you know, later. I.e. when the volcano actually erupts. We'll see that it won't just be this section here getting ridiculously hot. But in the meantime, how long do we have? Next activity is a day. Get her done! Yeah, that was a silly way to set it up, wasn't it? I should have had those ladders built years ago. Work and breathe. How novel. Our ladders, what's the... Yeah, it's normal speed, doesn't really change anything. You are... Do we not have the ice? Is the ice not all the way? It would appear that it is not. It might have melted on the way. So I think what we're going to do... is that. And that should sort us out for polluted ice. I hope. Because even if it goes active, I don't think it's going to erupt immediately. Fingers crossed. But we still should probably keep an eye on this. I don't care about any of you, but pip eggs are delicious. Why, I don't understand why they do this. I don't know why these jobs get cancelled. That is a bug I would love to see fixed at some point. Ideally sooner rather than later. I can only assume maybe they're on the way and the ice melts, but then why do they not pick up the job again? That's odd. Now I believe this water level should be sufficient to allow this thing to erupt. Oh wow, it just popped and the water didn't even change temperature. I guess because you're at a fixed 99 degrees, cool water 29.2. That looked fine. Getting some cooler water coming out. So water here is 22 degrees, water here is 32.8, 29.8. So like it's not instant for spreading temperature. But it's faster than waiting for the water to conduct the temperature. What's our water level at? Slightly over 800. So it should even out these irregularities. Ah, yes, they are. Yeah, it did not erupt immediately. Excellent. Oh, there's a granite temperature plate there. Well, that was, not intentional. But it's fine. So, something that has... Temperature plates can also be thought of as heat sinks, especially for something that's slow heating. It means that they will be able to absorb a lot of temperature. Like, it takes a lot of energy to heat them up, right? So if you put something that's like made of granite, slow heating, it's 20 degrees, into an area that's like 50 degrees, a lot of that heat, so the heat is going to try and equalize, right? Going to try and get some equilibrium. So air heats quickly relative to granite, so it's going to lose a lot of its heat, bringing the temperature of that one block of granite up. So they can be seen as heat sinks. And if you put a whole bunch of granite temperature plates around, that will help lower the temperature of an area, provided they're built at a low temperature. If they're built at a high temperature, they're not going to radiate heat, because like if they're the same temperature as the air, they just won't do anything. So essentially, you could put a whole bunch of granite into a frozen area, get it to a really low temperature, and then use that granite to build temperature plates. You would have, think about it, put a big lump of cold stone into a hot area, it's going to cool down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. At least that's the plan, the hope. Why am I doing this the silly way? I have the copper. We're just gonna go down to here. And let's cover that much. I guess that was pointless, but anyway. Alright, did our ridiculous plan. Oh yeah, it did get put into motion. Fantastic. And you're gonna erupt real soon. I wanna watch this thing erupt. I wanna see my temperature system work. Temperature system. My cold water. I wanna see my cold water work. Temperature system. Honestly, Brian. That's all fine. How's our algae? We're at 3k algae. Okay. We're in trouble, but we're not, boned. there to there to there to there. We're absolutely not going to waste our time digging that abyss elevate. What temperature is this water? 29, and this is 35. So that's still cooler over there. So remember, it's coming out at 2200 degrees. And there it is. And it's immediately down to 500 degrees. You need to get ahead of it. So it's at 269 degrees. The water's at 30. Water didn't heat up there. And now our conveyor rail, that copper, is at 47 degrees. That's nice. And if we look at our water temperature, the water temperature's at 28. It's heating up. Sure. But it's fine. What do you say this stuff was at? Oh, some of it's at, why is some of it at 200 still? Yeah, I don't like that. But it's all being dragged here. Which really means it's heating up the whole goddamn colony. But now it's going to hit this cold water. And this water is 22 degrees. You're currently at 54. 38. '40s and 30s. Okay, it's a lot more reasonable. And now you are at 26.4. Much more reasonable, 30-something degrees. And like, that's going to increase the temperature of this water, absolutely. But it's going to be slow. Alright, I am happy with that. So we're going to want another one of these. So you're at that bunch. We're just going to rotate you, just so you fit. And we're going to put you here. And this is a silly way to do things. So what you can do with these guys, so let's say you want to transfer stuff, like you want to move stuff along. God damn it. Okay, you want to move stuff along. But you kind of want it to be accessible at the same time. What you can do is this. Yeah, let's put it there. I'll give me two more. And this, he says, and then doesn't explain. So, let's say all of these were priority 4. These will all get filled up, and these are priority 5. This one will then grab from the priority 4 ones and dump into these priority 5 ones. So while all this stuff is getting dumped on the floor, this guy just immediately picks it up and dumps it into one of these. And then this guy works on emptying the nearest ones and refilling these ones. So basically, we're trying to keep 3 or 4 of these empty until all of these are full. go back to copy settings. We're going to move that across. We need a power cable. That's... Oh no, we just gained it. I was like, oh no, I shouldn't have that much copper. But no, we just gained some copper. Still no seeds to work on. Okay. Oh wait, we're out of copper ore? That's just silly. That's just like the silliest nonsense I've ever heard. Where's my copper ore gone? Oh, fellas, you need to move fast. There we go. Now, wasn't there some kind of plant thing? The critter condo. Makes them happy. Okay. I could make it out of fossil. Why would I make it out of fossil? No good reason. So let's make our hatches even happier. What is the base decor on this? 20. That's not terrible. Cooking, operating, branching, supply tidying. Let's see. What do we have on the way at cooks? 5. Ranching, also 5. I think we want more cooks than we want stable hands. And I think I have not been setting priorities for people. So that's a 0 cost. We're just going to stick that in there. There we go. I think I haven't updated priorities in a while. So I think I need to do that. Alright, I was going to prioritize you on that. There you go. Someone who can pilot a rocket, a thing which I'm sure we will have at some point in the distant future. Yeah, that's all you need for that. So let's give you that. We'll get you the suit training soon. What hat are you wearing? Not the right one. There we go. Yeah, proof farming too. Okay, let's give you that. And sure. Okay. You have priorities. So look at this. Look at this. We have like so many people with no priorities sorted out. And we can kind of guess what they're good at just by looking at what they've been building stuff up with. Oops. Oh, where'd you go? Let's run that again. Ruby, close, bio, priorities. There we go. Operating, digging, and docking. Doctoring. Doctoring's already maxed. Bubbles now. Cooking, operating, supplying. Cooking, operating, and supplying. Ban heat. Cooking, building, researching. Cooking, researching, and building. I wish they were in the same order. Supplying. I don't need to change any of you. Mima, you're new. So you're cooking, decorating, and operating. We're going to leave decorating for now, because decor skill is terrible. Mood is happy. So that gives us more reproduction. And cozy, +1 happiness. Total happiness, 5. Right, so these things offset the happiness from being groomed. Why does grooming make them... Oh no, tame makes the one happy. Why is your reproduction not moving? Oh, because they're cramped. Okay. But metabolism burns calories. Okay, metabolism's still 100%. That's really the thing that matters. That's the thing that gets us cold, is metabolism. Okay. So, you know, we could lower these, or we could just hire this. Right, put them wherever you like, just empty those. Now this guy's still going to distribute stuff amongst all of the ones within range, but anything that goes into those two, we'll say, are going to be empty. So eventually these will be full, and then it'll only be dumping stuff in here, and it'll be passed over to fill these up. Of course, the dupes will help. Which is, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Just let them help. For now. This works so much better when it's in a remote area and you block off dupe access. Dang it. I'm not fighting with them. I'm just gonna let them do what they want to do. I'm not gonna get in their way. Alright, so what I was worried about is the research did not take over. So the research is still what research? What's the name of this research? Radiation refinement. So I'm pretty sure if I look at this, we're still doing, yeah, radiation refinement. We're locked in. So we don't want that. We have to manually switch it over. Disappointing. Oh, what is going on here? 303 kilos, 875 kilos. Where is all this polluted water? Okay. No, because there'd be residue. If someone was making a mess, there'd be residue everywhere else. Where is all this polluted water coming from? And if the pipes were bursting, we'd be told pipes are getting damaged. I'm just gonna have to let that drain. Like, it's not a huge deal because is getting pumped elsewhere. Man, I don't want to build a filter system. Because like polluted water that gets pumped into the toilets just gets pumped straight back out of the toilets. Like it's not going to damage anything. And I'm pretty confident that polluted water going down here will be just pumped straight through as well. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt. I'm just frustrated that it's appearing because I don't know why it's appearing. And there are solutions to this. Usually, so to avoid this kind of thing, usually I don't have an open ceiling. I don't know why I decided to have an open ceiling on this one. Like I don't give them a ladder directly into the water. So I mean, I can solve that relatively easily. Like I can solve that just by building a wall here and then here to shrink this. Right, that would resolve the issue. It's just an ugly solution. I'd have to move a lot of it around though. I'd have to reposition a lot of things in there. And I don't want to do that. So, hot newbie tip. You know, don't allow ceiling access. Don't have an open ceiling on your primary reservoir or your freshwater reservoir. It's a bad idea. It's also a bad idea for this one too. But this one, you see, nothing is going over it. So if I were to have stuff going over it, the first thing I want to do is I'd want to roof this so nothing can drop in. And like we'd have a door here, maybe even an airlock. You know. All right. Oxygen production. So the first thing we want to do is deconstruct this stuff that's definitely in the way. And we may end up rebuilding some of that. We're going to want a floor. Now, if we look at our electrolyzers, which are under refinement, aren't they? They are not. They're under oxygen. They take in 1,000 grams a second of water, so a kilo per second of water. A water pipe holds 10 kilos, so we could, in theory, hook up 10 of those in sequence, and we'd have a perfect flow through. That, however, would produce way too much gas, because our pipe limitation is also 10 kilos. So here they're going to put out a kilo of gas. Now, is it 10 kilos? I feel like that's wrong. I feel that's where I run into a problem. It very helpfully does not say. Okay, so let's build them. If it doesn't say it here, really, it doesn't say. That's kind of shocking, to be honest. I guess I've only picked up the number from usage then. That's bizarre that it doesn't tell you ahead of time, because that's kind of critical planning information. So I know from past experience that if I build like 6 or 7 electrolyzers, I'm producing too much gas. Like that's 5 kilos of oxygen, essentially, like 4.5 kilos of oxygen being produced by those guys every second. And I know from experience that that backlogs my pipes. So, oh, Firefox is doing an update. No, now Firefox. So I need to look up the exact capacity, because there's no point having, you know, twice the electrolyzer production that pipes can pull in. So let's Google ONI gas pipe capacity, and it's, yeah, each pipe will only hold 1,000 grams, right? So really, a single pipe will only take the output from 1 and a bit electrolyzers, really, right? Which I think we can agree is terrible. It's just terrible. So we have to build with that in mind. I'm going to build at a higher capacity than that. For one, because it means our room can be high pressure and the room itself. Second of all, I want the hydrogen. I want to produce more hydrogen than that. So really, I think I'm going to build for hydrogen capacity. I'm not going to build for oxygen capacity. So this guy, we can see it outputs 112 grams per second of hydrogen. So that means we could do all 10, and that would max out 9. We'd want to build 9 of them to max out our hydrogen capacity. Right. So we're going to build these in the air. So the floor is going to be underneath them, but we're going to build them in the air so that they don't start building it immediately, because that's going to drive me nuts. We want to be able to seal this off. We're going to walkable area before they come in. So we're going to start, the door's going to be to the left of this. So we're going to do 1, 2, we're going to build them out of copper. We're not going to build them out of copper because we're really low on copper. We're going to build them out of gold amalgam. 2, 3, 4. 5 is going to be there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now I've got a gap here because I'm going to want to build a ladder up, because we need to build stuff above all these guys. We're going to need scaffolding. Not a lot of scaffolding, mind, but you know, we're going to need some. Now we're going to need, so pulling in from this room is going to be fine. So where the bottleneck's going to immediately occur from our pumps. Right, so we need 2 of these. They're 500 grams per second. So we need 2 of these to put a single pipe in capacity. So we're going to have 2 over here, we're going to have 2 over here. All right? So you're going to be kind of directly above those 2. And you're going to be over here. And then you're going to be kind of similarly spaced, like so. There's those. Now you would think if we just pump everything into a single pipe and then filter, that would be great. But no, because then we're combining our hydrogen and our oxygen, and we're immediately maxing out the capacity. Oh, good grief, Brian. We're immediately maxing out the capacity of that first initial pipe. So even before we get to the filter, like we've overfilled our pipe. So we want to filter straight away. So these 2 are going to feed into a single pipe, and a pipe is going to go into a hydrogen filter. It's going to immediately filter out the hydrogen. Plumbing, Brian, plumbing. Plumbing? No, Brian. Ventilation. We're talking about gases. They may follow by fluid dynamics, but they are not fluids. Alright. There we go. So we'll put here for you, for here, and you. Here for you, and here for you, right? So, ventilation, gas pipe. In you go. Okay. I think we're going to put our hydrogen stuff over here. Yeah, those are just tiles. Excellent. I need you all to get the hell out of here. So, hydrogen, we're going to go one more step up, and then we're going to go across. Hydrogen's going to go over there, and we'll figure out the rest of the details later. Now, everything else is going to be dumped into this pipe. Now, we need a second filter because yeah, we can only filter one gas. Yeah, so we're going to need a second filter because we're going to end up with carbon in here, carbon dioxide from dupes are going to breathe out, and are going to do other random stuff. Maybe some natural gas is going to seep into the room, so we need a second dumping filter. There we go. And that's going to feed in here. So we're now going to have a dump, which I'm going to assume is going to contain carbon. So I'm going to put it down here beside our carbon scrubber. And then oxygen is going to come out here. Looking good so far. Usually when I build this up, I build the frame of the room first, and that screws me up in a major way. We need a bridge. All right, we're looking good. And I think once we've got our outside of the building constructed, we will then start to worry about batteries and power. I think that's the plan. I think that's the play. Let's assume for the moment you need that. Because we're going to build some floors and we're going to build some gas reservoirs. And someone is inevitably going to get trapped. Building broken. Oh. just get flushed. I appear to be completely wrong. That's not a fun thing to be wrong about. Crap. How about... Yeah, toilets seem to be fine. I need to watch this now to make sure. Where are you taking damage from? Like, there's no more... But you don't have... You don't have any polluted water in you. Oh, the pipe still does. Okay. What was that made of anyway? Copper ore. So that's a whole bunch of copper ore just wasted. We have 21 people. We can afford one more. Tidying and building. I would like someone who's good at building. Flatulent introduces natural gas. So this person will fart. Not enough to produce a useful amount of natural gas, but enough to cause eye irritation of all the dupes in the area. I think we can do it out. But I think we could do someone who's really good at building. Let's go with that instead. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna leave you alone. Your morale is bad. Okay. So, it appears that I was right. Yeah, see, that dirty water just pumps straight through. Doesn't matter. Right? The polluted water doesn't matter in the slightest. It does matter. They are taking damage. I was so completely wrong. Okay, we need to filter this water in a major way. Bugger. We need to filter it in 2 ways. Why did I think that was okay? I don't know why I thought that was okay. I have no recollection of why I thought that was okay. So we're going to do it like this. Okay, and then you're going to go back in, except not yet. And then we're going to have you can just shunt straight into that. No, that's a silly system. That's a very silly system, because no, we want our good water. We only want good water to go this way, and everything else can be dumped. That makes a lot more sense. And in fact, because we don't trust that pipe at all, we're going to do that. Okay. So glad I upped the capacity on this wire. You know what, let's use up some of that lead. And as important as our oxygen is, getting this fixed is even more important. Liquid filter. Yeah, liquid and just water. Huh? Why did that not work? Why did that send my good water down there? Oh, I guess it was operating before I fixed it. Now, we also need to cut across. Oh my god, this is such a mess. Because we need to get all the shitty water out. I don't think we can put a bridge across a bridge. I am wrong. We can put a bridge across a bridge. We are gonna see what ridiculous nonsense happens here. Okay, no, I'm seeing water drip down. Where's water dripping down from? I just saw that. Don't tell me I didn't see that. I saw that. It dripped down from like right here. I don't know what happened there, and I don't like it. Now the problem is that this is incredibly slow. And it also means our toilets are going to shut down. So which of you? You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine? Where did all the polluted water go? Weird. Okay. Just empty all those pipes, okay? Just do it. Sorry, folks. I didn't mean to prevent you getting access to the toilets. But I think we got away with it. Nobody appears to have wet themselves. Alright. Skills. You were the person I didn't want to give skills to because you were like ridiculously high. But yeah, obviously we seem to be able to get back up there to boost up morale probably after eating. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna leave you alone. Okay. That's a lot of ridiculous nonsense still. Yeesh. Now. You are filtering out hydrogen. And you are likewise filtering out hydrogen. Perfect. And you are filtering out oxygen. So that's that set up. So now we need floors for this stuff. Somebody on the way for that? Kinda. Apparently 8 people are on the way for that. And or getting oxygen. Oh, Joshua's gonna die. Don't know how Joshua made it out of there, but they did. So we've got oxygen closer now, but it's still really far away. We should make this a spot as well, but the ceiling is so high, and I want to pull off those windows. Not that they really matter. Ceiling is too high. I can make this oxygen. Yeah, but that's right beside the CO builder, and yeah, see, those are getting damaged as well. Look at all this crap. So these are going to take ages to fix. That's straight water because they use so little water at a time. But if we cut it at both sides, it means the water's not going to move. So we should just be able to target the polluted water. See, if you leave it hooked up to something, the water keeps moving. So like once they clean out a spot, all the water shunts forward. So like if you set this to clean, to empty, it'll just keep filling and filling and filling and filling and filling and filling. And I'll be there, you know, not quite forever, but for a very long time. Please stop suffocating. Please get some oxygen. Jesus Christ. That stuff just terrifies me. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Okay. So now we can hook these back up. I do like how reconnecting the pipes doesn't require dupe involvement. Like you can disconnect and reconnect by yourself. That's something I like quite a lot. Let's give you some extra room to work with there. Right, that's all done. Now, we need this room to be sealed. All right, so I forgot one other side. So we have a door there. And I want to funnel the oxygen, I want to funnel the gas as much as possible so it has to hit these guys. Right? Which means I've already made a mistake in building. Because it is very much the case that gas is going to float up past these guys. I need some of these to be at the roof level. That didn't take long to screw up at all. Rip it all up. Just tear it all out. All of it. Out of here. Get rid of it. Crap. Crap. Crappity crap. Crappity crap. Okay. Take two. So we'll have one here, and we'll have one here. But then, if the roof is going to be there, like, we're going to make this the roof, right? So we want one higher up and near the ceiling at the highest possible points. And yeah, we need to put our filters outside the building. Why did I put them inside the building? That makes no sense at all. And we can't have perfect coverage. We just can't. There's no point. We're going to have good coverage. So you're going to float along to here, to here. And then, you know what? We could do that so the middle space doesn't get filled. That's okay. Alright. That's less of a disaster. Still, you know, frustrating, but it's not the disaster that it was a second ago. And you're going to feed into that one. You're going to go here, and you're going to feed into that one. Alright. Up and up. And now we're going to have our two filters. Our hydrogen filters. So we're going to build you like so. So hydrogen is going to come out and over. And now hydrogen is going to go over here. And then our oxygen / everything filter is going to be here. Right, grand. Everything seems to be fine so far. Right, and oxygen is going to go this way, and that's fine. Except for the fact that dupes can't reach it, but you know, that's a fixable problem. Like so. See, fixed. So now we need a gas bridge. Any more gas bridges? Not obviously. Excellent. Is that unreachable? That can't be unreachable. That should be reachable. That is reachable. They just haven't got to it. Okay. So now we need our gas reservoirs. So we're gonna do overkill. So the hydrogen ratio, it's like 800 and something oxygen to 112. So it's 888 oxygen to 112. So really it's like a 9-to-1 ratio. So I don't need to build 10 hydrogen reservoirs. Like 2 or 3 would be fine. But the oxygen is going to constantly be used, whereas the hydrogen is not. So we're going to build you, and then a gap, and then a gap, and then a gap, and we'll get to you. And now we need tiles. Okay, no more dupes because we're now full on dupes. Sure, we'll take a new fungal spore. Why not? How's our research? It's not research essentially full. Good. Next research. Alrighty. So now power. We should have lots of copper now. We do. We still can't run all this on one circuit. It's still too much because these 240s, these 4 of these together, that's 960, and then these are going to be 9. That's going to be another 1,000. So already we're on 2 circuits. Not too sure how we're going to split them, to be honest. But I do know, at a minimum, like, we're still going to have to wire them up. It doesn't matter how we split them. Every building is going to need to be wired. So it strikes me that we just have this lot on one circuit and this lot on a second circuit. Right. I mean, that just seems to be the easiest or the most natural division. 1, 2, 1, 2, doesn't matter. Right. 120, 90, so this is going to be over 1,000, so yeah. So we're going to want multiple power yokis. Transformers. And I'm just going to put 2 here. Then I'm going to put 2 here. And then we're going to put some tiles under them. And you're going to want a smart battery, and you're going to want a smart battery. Power smart battery. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Then we're going to want some regular batteries. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now, of course, there's going to be no room to walk underneath this, but I don't care. It's ugly. It's terrible, in fact. Okay, I do care. I'm a liar. I'm just a straight up liar. I do care. I really do. I wish I didn't, but I do. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do 1, 2. I hate you so much. Right, and now we're going to grab that conductive wire and sure. We're going to wire this one in here. Boom, 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 boom. What? This is why we need oxygen production. I think it's pretty self-evident. At this point. Because, sure, the oxygen's going to go up here, but it will also create downward pressure, he says, hopefully. It's not really, because it's all going to be sealed off. We also need oxygen tanks for over here, which I guess we're going to build. We need more of these, quite a bit more, because we are extremely optimistic about our ability to use oxygen sensibly. We are in fact going to be extremely bad at this, but we're going to pretend just a little that we can do this effectively. I'm going to stamp all these out. Alright. Part of this is we're going to need oxygen for spacesuits and for rocket ships, right? So we need this stuff. We need to have a backlog. So right now we're just going to focus on generation. We're not going to worry about where it's being pumped to. There we go, that's what we want to know. Right, we're just going to focus on filling these things. Automation. And we have to prioritize the automations. I swear to fuck, if you guys keep dying, I'm going to be so mad. Okay, let's do that. And now we're going to prioritize construction. And there's no easy way to do this, so we're just going to do it. Motherfucker. The other thing we can do with this is, like, once we have oxygen generation, we can actually pump oxygen down here. But I think I really think though, because we got people out down here, we need to build. This is so late. I should have done this ages ago. We need to build a little oxygen reserve, like another little spot they can, safe spot they can run to. And I should have built this when the first dupe died. Now we're on Dead Dupe 5? Dead Dupe 6? I'm not sure. I don't even want to check. It's depressing. These poor little dupes. I don't know who put me in charge. Clearly whoever put me in charge is incompetent. And that needs priority 9. That needs to be... Oh, and we are completely out of algae as well. Well, that's fantastic. Now we should be able to get down there and out. Nobody's marked as trapped. Good. Yep, nobody's going to drown. Excellent. Okay, how are we doing? We still have copper. Oh, you guys will be made out of copper as well. I love this addition. Oh, where are some of you gold and some of you... Oh, I must have run out of copper midway. I love this change that they gave us in one of these updates where we can just, we don't have to like deconstruct the whole thing, wait for it to be deconstructed and then stamp out the new thing. We can just do it. Like we can just say, hey dupes, go change the material on this thing, and away they go. And the reason I'm doing this is just because I have an abundance of gold amalgam, and sometimes the game is gonna auto-select copper in a trying to be helpful kind of way. It would be nice for us to have copper and thus be able to build it. Okay, I need 2 more dupes. So you start with super duper hard digging and you go to farming and ranching. I honestly don't even know who or what I lost. So how are we for farming? We are fine for farming and ranching, but we could definitely use the digging skill. Don't care about the art. We've tons of science. Don't care about the rocketry. Don't care about the exosuit. So what do I want? I don't know. Why did I do that piece of research? Don't know. I think I only did that research maybe just to speed up skill generation. And we're going to do that just so it's complete. Carrying is more useful. New hat. We should finish out the aesthetics tree just so you're not building garbage. Okay, so now everyone is skilled. Yeah, I really need digging. Digging and building are 2 areas in which I definitely need skills. And y'all are none of those things. Okay, so now we need airlocks. Because that building needs to be sealed. Oh. Now, these need to be connected to these. And then this needs to come down here and connect to that. I'm going to stick a power switch on that. I don't know that I will want to turn it off, but it's nice to have the option. Likewise, right there. Well, I guess I could have put that there, right? Now, fortunately, we had a handy dandy. We had a pipe here already. And I do want 1 more of these. Just to make it ridiculous. Now, pipe is blocked. Pipe is blocked because we haven't set these. You need to be hydrogen. And you need to be hydrogen. And you need to be oxygen. Now our pipes are still blocked, which means I have made a boo-boo. somewhere. Wait, there's no output. Is the boo-boo. Right now, that's going to work okay. But as the gas in this area increases, the pressure is going to build up. So actually what we should do is we should build another reservoir down here. Whose sole purpose is just to be a backlog. So if pressure gets too high, it doesn't stop everything pumping, it gets then backfilled into this reservoir. Let's go! It also means we technically don't even need a vent there, we just need the reservoir. And once that's finished, with this person who was completely unskilled in building, everything starts moving. Excellent. Hey, we're even getting some production input now. I believe you guys are probably over pressure. Yeah. So they can pull in 2,000, and these guys are pumping out. Why did I even build that many? There's way too many there. I guess I thought I was going to maximize for hydrogen, but really I'm going to maximize for room pressure. Because stuff can only be pumped out so fast. But now if we look at materials, we just put this at gas. We do have a bunch of CO2, we have some oxygen, we have some hydrogen. Okay. So we can see here the hydrogen is coming in tiny amounts. Wait, what are we looking at? 300 grams, 200 grams, right? The oxygen's coming through at a much higher volume. Like we're getting full kilo blocks. So this is going to fill up relatively quickly. This is going to take forever to fill. We're basically going to let that run. Or we would, except that we have a massive oxygen shortage. And then we run a pipe from here all over the place. The thing you got to remember is that the pipes on every split will just split it 50-50 between the two. So if one goes into a room and one goes off to a bunch of other rooms, that first room is getting half of all the oxygen being produced. So you don't want to split it into a room. You want to split it into you want to separate your base, essentially. So your splits are splitting. So it's not just one room on one pipe and then all the other rooms on the other pipe. That only works if your first room that it's going to is a room that isn't really used, so it hits high pressure pretty quickly, so then all the oxygen gets pumped to the rest of your base. But that first room is going to take priority every time. Yeah. Okay. That is oxygen production done. Now, this hydrogen, why is there a wire just hanging off there? All right. This hydrogen is now going to be needed for a hydrogen power plant. Because this coal is going to rapidly get drained. Like it was getting drained at a fairly constant speed so far, but now that we have all of this power consumption, we're just gonna kiss our coal goodbye. But our priority right now, I think, is finding more algae. How are we doing for temperature here? Are you dormant yet? No, you're still good. You shut down. Oh, you're good for another month. What's the temperature in here like? 60 something degrees. Okay, and the temperature down here, 45 degrees. Yeah, it's still quite cool. Okay, so where's my switch? I have a switch around here somewhere. There it is. Let's turn that on. And how's our polluted water doing? It's doing okay. 31 degrees. And our regular water is not doing any cooling anymore because there's nothing there. Didn't think that part of the plan through, did we, Brian? Alright, do we have any more polluted ice? No, but we do have regular ice. So we could put some of that down here. Boop, boop, boop. Not that this machinery needs cooling. That said, this machinery kind of does. That'll have the added benefit of... Oh, it didn't melt immediately. Hilarious. That'll have the added benefit of cooling down this whole area and giving us water. There's no automation wires connected. Ugh. We have just been wasting power. Oh wait, I forgot to set these as well. These are set to 0, which I don't want. Now, I believe it was building and digging I was looking at, which are none of those. Oh, yeah. I don't care about that. You know, that's a really good position for a carbon scrubber. Okay, they're still getting reasonably cooled down. It's not a disaster. It's not great, but it's not a disaster. And we should turn this guy back on as well. And that's kind of the main reason we're short water. Circuit overloaded. This one? Fourth. Oh. That's my bad. That's my mistake. I have, in my defense, bad vision. I am in fact blind in my left eye. For the most part. So that's, you know, I'll own that. I missaw. I did not see the size of that wire correctly. I mistook the type of wire for the other. Yeah, this eye. Yeah, I can see a bunch of blue where I just happen to know where the reservoirs are, and I can see a patch of white where the paintings are, and I can see motion, but that's it. Yeah, my left eye is largely useless. Yeah, so this picture here is just like a light spar, so I can see contrast, is what I'm saying, I guess. I see color-ish, because this to me was just like white, while this is all dark. This was very definitely blue. So yeah, my left eye is useless. Except for aesthetic purposes of me having two eyes. Which doesn't go far enough, let me tell you. So. I don't think there's any easy to access algae anymore. How much slime do we have? We have 9 ton last time I looked. Now we have 20 ton. So that... we could probably set up some algae conversion. It's probably relatively safe to do. So I think, why are you out of power? That was weird. Did I not? I did set you to 2. Why did that turn off? Or like, why did that not turn on, I should say? Was that like taking all the power? Maybe. I mean, potential is only 4 kilowatts. And these guys are only 2 kilowatts. How's that only? Oh, right, because it doesn't count the things hanging off the circuit. It only counts the actual transformers. Right. Okay. So I think we're going to call part 12 here. If you've enjoyed watching me bumble and tumble my way into cluster F after cluster F, like and subscribe. Come watch me screw up some more. I guess. If you've any productive comments on what I can be doing better or differently, love to hear it. That'd be great. I'd love to hear from you. Again, not interested in making sure everything is the most efficient, but just, functional. Functional is what I care about. All right, that's it for now, and I will see ye in the next session. As soon as I figure out how to save.